So look, it's been nearly 2 years since their last album. We've missed them here in the GMTV studio. Westlife have been going for 11 years now. They've sold 40 million albums. They've had 14 UK #1s. You know that. They're back with their new single, What About Now? Debuted on X Factor last night. I'm sure you're all enjoying it as well. And they're here with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
You look sprightly and happy and jolly. And is that because you've had a
we're
couple
well
of years?
rested.
That's what it is.
They had the extra hour sleep, you
yeah.
see.
Well, not all of them, because some of them have got little ones. That I'm sure your little ones amongst you that didn't take the extra hour, did they?
Last night, no, my kids were at home, so they were in the Ireland
so
last
you
night.
did.
So
See, there's a
I
cunning
still only
thing.
got 4 hours sleep. But
So at X Factor last night, Keane, how was it?
Unbelievable, yeah. It's the first thing we've kind of done as Westlife in over a year or so, and just in general, the feeling of kind of being back on a stage and performing a new song, it was really surreal. It's just great, you know what I mean? Just kind of great to be back. I mean, we're loving our new song, so...
Yeah, I understand, Shane. I was reading that Simon sent you the CD and said, this is what I think you should all go for, think about.
he said, you know, this is the type of music I'd love to see you coming back with.
Which kind of surprised us, really, didn't it?
Yeah, we were very surprised by it, and we were like, a bit more rocky.
Were you worried that it was going to be sort of a bit sort of Nickelback-esque and he was going to go in
No, I think it was more just the fact that it had tempo and it was a bit more hard-hitting, and like even our second single, the one that he likes now at the moment, is up-tempo again, more tempo in it, so we're kind of like, cool, so, you know, it's great.
Happy doing the up-tempo stuff?
Yeah, we've done a lot of ballads, so it's mid-tempo.
Yeah.
Mid-ish.
Not quite up yet, are you?
Yeah, no.
You're not
Next
quite
album will be
MC
up-tempo.
Hammer, Then you'll get there at some point.
Yeah.
But it must be great, though, you know, to be back, Nicky, and sort of new album, and that you're sort of a new sound as well.
Yeah, I mean, 11 years is a long time in any business to be doing it, you know. So I think when we took our year off last year, we kind of knew what things had to change and where we needed to go and move on, you know. It was a good time to reflect and see, you know, what Westlife was and what it is and maybe where we should go and stuff. And to meet with Simon, went over to America and sat in his house and, you know, after the first hour and a half walking around this mansion in Beverly Hills.
What was it like?
It's incredible. This car garage, I mean, you vomit on the sofa, like, you know. But that's amazing. And then we sat down to business, and that's when he said, this is the type of songs I feel you know, looking at. And then we went into the studio with all these writers and producers, and we really raised our game, because the guys we worked with are like, you know, Ryan Tedder and huge producers, so we're very pleased with this album.
Well, it's obviously very exciting. The new album's coming out, new sound. But Mark, I must ask, if you don't mind, had a huge blow recently in the last few months with Stephen Gately, his tragic death, and you guys, without regard to say, are very close to Louis, who of course is very close to them. And it must have been really tough for you guys to take that news. Yeah,
I mean, I mean, it obviously wasn't as tough for us as it was for the Boyzone lads, but we supported Boyzone, you know, at the very start of our career, and through the last sort of 11 years, we've bumped into them here and there, you know, quite a lot, obviously. I mean, I just can't comprehend what it must be like, but it was certainly kind of a wake-up call, you know. I mean, the first thing Louis said to me on the phone when I spoke to him when we found out was, you know, it just goes to show that you've got to get out there and live life, because you just never know what's around the corner, and it's very, 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 very sad. I mean,
he was a wonderful character, there wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it's like what we were saying was, every time we seen him, you know, he just had that exact same little smile for us and everything. You know, he's always very, very friendly. You know, I suppose it's true. You just have to celebrate their life and sort of, you know, that's all you can do. There's nothing you can say. There's no answer to it. You know.
And I think Louis' point is really pertinent, is that you've got to go out, you've got to make the most of it. Yeah. And it's great that you guys are coming back. But it seems that you've all been so busy in the last couple of years with weddings and with children and busying yourselves at home life. How was the wedding in it was
amazing.
Was it Barbados?
Barbados, yeah.
Is it true that you and the wife ended up in a swimming pool?
We all did.
We all did. In our clothes.
In your clothes?
You know, it was one of them weddings where, like, you know, Barbados is obviously like, you know, you get the rain, but, you know, it just rains for like 15 minutes really, really fast, and then it's over. And at like 12 o'clock, it just started lashing down rain. And she was in the middle of the dance floor, and I was like looking at her going, what is she doing? And all of a sudden she was completely drenched from head to toe. And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, it was like, all right, there's the swimming pool. Woo! And then the party was in the swimming pool till all hours of the morning. It was amazing. We had an amazing time.
That sounds fantastic. And your birthday, I understand, Shane, was when your wife surprised you with the great news that you're having another child.
Yeah, we had a baby on the year off, Patrick. He's 1 now, but yeah, I got a nice surprise. Third baby on the way, the 1st of February. So
I loved. Did you say that she said, what shall I get you? And you said, surprise me.
Yeah,
you're expecting a watch.
Surprise me, and I was thinking she'd get me a watch, because I like watches, and she goes, oh, we're having another baby. I was like, oh my god. Well, I found out a few days before the birthday, but it was just
What a wonderful
not
surprise.
expected, but it was amazing.
Well, look, it's great to see you guys. I know you're coming back later. We're going to chat some more, and you're going to perform that single for us as well.
That's right, yeah.
But it's lovely to see you all looking so well and on such great form as well. The boys taking part in a live webcast after today's show. If you've got a burning question to ask them, then just email us, gm.tv. We're going to be interviewing them as well. So if you'd like us to ask them on the show, gm.tv.
We're going to ask you what you wanted to be when you were 7.
Yeah.
A bit later on.
Footballer, often. Someone here wanted to be a Ghostbuster. Sam in Grimsby.
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah, I quite like the one who said that Wendy in Lancashire, I stood up in school and announced when asked that I wanted to be a vampire.
Why not?
Yeah. Now, maybe half term for some of you, but here at GMTV, every day is a school day. Here's Mr K with a brain teaser for you to kick off your week.